This feature-packed beginner controller has a built-in beat match guide system that aims to train and improve the manual beat mixing skills of new DJs. We're taking a look at the Hercules DJ Control Inpulse 300. It's a 2-channel controller aimed at novice DJs and beginners who want to get serious with their DJing. It ships with DJUCED software so new DJs can get started straight away. Hercules is known for its accessible, budget-friendly, and quirky DJ controllers. They're well loved by beginners and we've used them a lot in our digital DJing. So we were pleasantly surprised when Hercules introduced the new Inpulse range of devices. Made up of the Inpulse 200 and Inpulse 300, they are more mature and conventional looking DJ controllers, at least as far as today's digital DJing gear go, and they kind of look more in step with Pioneer DJ's sleek, minimal look as compared to Hercules' more adventurous designs like the Hercules Universal, P32, and even the Jog Vision. Though the Inpulse 300 may look more serious and professional compared to Hercules' past offerings, like this is something that will actually sit comfortably beside gear in a pro DJ booth, it's still got Hercules DNA written all over it, which means it's still awesome for beginners. For example, you've got the new beat match guide indicator lights beneath the jog wheels and beside the pitch faders. These tell you if you need to speed up or slow down a deck while you're beat matching, which can be useful for beginners getting to grips with manual beat matching. You've also got other stuff here like the assistant and energy features, which are found in the included DJUCED software and which we'll cover later in this video. So right now, let's get an overview of the Inpulse 300. The Inpulse 300 is a 2-channel device with touch-sensitive jog wheels, 8 performance pads per deck with 8 modes, looping controls, slip and quantized buttons, and a full 3-band EQ section complete with filters and gain knobs per channel. Each channel has an effects knob and a dry-wet knob, plus an effects on or off button. It's got a browse knob along with the assistant access button at the top of the unit, plus master and headphone output knobs. The beat match guide can be toggled on or off via a button in the center of the unit where it's flanked by short throw volume faders and a crossfader. The front of the unit has an 8-inch headphone jack and the rear has RCA master outputs, a socket for an as yet undisclosed Hercules add-on, and a USB jack for connecting your laptop. The Inpulse 300 ships with a braided USB cable, which is a nice touch considering almost all DJ controllers come with a generic plastic cable. You'll have to supply your own RCA cables to connect the master outputs to your speakers though. The jog wheels of the Inpulse 300 are made of plastic but feel solid. They're stiffer than what you'd find on most controllers from, say, Pioneer DJ or Denon DJ, and that's not a bad thing. I like them because they feel like I can get really rough with them without overcorrecting when I line up the beats, and they also don't feel like they're gonna fall off if I do like some heavy-handed scratching. They are responsive and are touch-sensitive, meaning you can scratch and scrub through a track using the jog wheels. The pitch faders on the Inpulse 300 are short throw, making it just a bit tougher to zero in on a specific BPM, but it's not a total deal breaker. It also doesn't have a center detent, meaning you won't feel the fader settle into a groove when it's at the default 0%. You're gonna have to look at the lights beside the tempo faders to know for certain. There are 8 performance pads per deck on the Inpulse 300. That's the most pads ever found on a jog wheel equipped Hercules controller. The pads are rubbery and stiff, though they still act as buttons, meaning you have to click them in order to register a pad press. That means these aren't velocity sensitive pads like the ones you'd find on more expensive DJ controllers or drum pads. Again, not a deal breaker considering this is a beginner controller after all. There are 8 performance pad modes on board: hot cue, roll, slicer, sampler, tone play, effects, slicer loop, and beat jump. The beat match guide is a system that consists of a pair of lights below each jog wheel and beside each tempo fader. Here's how it works. Let's say you've got a track playing in a deck and you load a new track in the other one. If you need to speed up or slow down the new track in order to match its tempo with the one that's currently playing, it'll point to up if you need to slow down the deck, or down if you need to speed it up. Once you've done your tempo matching, you need to line up the beats. This is where the beat match guide's beat align lights help you. If you need to nudge the track forwards, the arrow pointing to the left will light up, and if you need to nudge it backwards or move it slower, the arrow pointing to the right will light up. It's easy to follow and is useful for new DJs who still haven't got a good handle on tempo and beat matching. Once manual beat mixing becomes second nature later on, you can then turn off the beat match guide just by pressing the on or off button. The Inpulse 300 works with the latest version of DJU software, which includes the new Intelligent Music Assistant feature. The assistant is able to give you song suggestions based on what you're currently playing and what's in your DJU's library. It also lists songs that are experiencing heavy rotation and are being played by other DJs around the world, and it can sort and arrange your tunes according to energy level. These are all helpful for both new and intermediate DJs who still haven't dabbled with software-powered song selection because they're easy to use and they're pretty well implemented in DJUCED. The Inpulse 300 is the biggest, most feature-packed, and professional-looking controller Hercules has put out, but it still continues the company's tradition of accessibility and being beginner-friendly thanks to the addition of the beat match guide and assistant features. There are very few controllers with this level of functionality that still has novice DJs in mind. Even the entry-level Pioneer DJ DDJ-400 doesn't have beat match guides, for instance. At just under $200, this is also one of the most affordable, serious beginner controllers that's got pro features on board, plus it comes with DJU software to get you started straight away. It's also got virtual DJ compatibility forthcoming, so you also have the option to use that as your DJ software should you prefer that over DJUCED. Overall, a solid offering from Hercules and also a brave new and mature direction for its DJ Control line of beginner controllers. So that's it for this review of the Hercules DJ Control Inpulse 300. I got the full detailed review over at the Digital DJ Tips site. The link is in the description box below. Hit the thumbs up and like buttons and share this with your friends and even your online enemies. My name is Joey. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you next time.